Have you ever dreamed of hiking through some of the most beautiful and iconic landscapes in the western United States? Well, grab your hiking boots, because today we're going to highlight 10 of the best places to hit the trails for awe-inspiring adventures. California's Yosemite National Park is famous for its sheer granite cliffs, massive waterfalls, and giant sequoia trees that will leave you in awe. No trip to Yosemite is complete without hiking at least one of its many stunning trails. The challenging 16-mile round trip ascent up Half Dome rewards you with 360-degree views of Yosemite Valley from over 8,800 feet in elevation. A permit reservation is required, so plan months ahead. For waterfall lovers, hike the Mist Trail to Vernal and Nevada Falls. It's a steep mile-up granite steps and cliffs, but the thunderous 317 and 594-foot waterfalls are incredibly worth it. End by admiring iconic Half Dome views from Inspiration Point. For those seeking solitude, the 8-mile round-trip hike to North Dome grants you epic Half Dome views all to yourself. Keep an eye out for black bears and mule deer as you make your way through Yosemite's forests and meadows. Number 2. Zion National Park, Utah. The soaring cream, pink, and red sandstone cliffs of Zion National Park are simply breathtaking. Angel's Landing is a 5-mile round-trip trail that takes you along steep drop-offs on your way to heavenly 360-degree views from the top. The final half-mile is very steep and narrow, but the challenge is worth it for the expansive vistas. The Narrows is a river hike through Zion's 1,000-foot-tall cliffs and narrowest canyons, sometimes chest-deep through the Virgin River. It's an unreal cool way to experience Zion's monolithic walls. Consider also tackling the Observation Point Trail, an 8-mile round-trip hike with similarly stunning views into Zion Canyon. If you have kids, consider the fun and scenic Emerald Pools Trail to see waterfalls tumbling into pools. You might spot yellow-bellied marmots and peregrine falcons nesting on Zion's cliff sides. Number 3. Grand Canyon National Park, Arizona. It's impossible not to feel tiny and insignificant gazing over the 277 river-carved miles of the Grand Canyon. Some of the most scenic South Rim trails are Bright Angel and South Kaibab. As you hike down steep switchbacks into the canyon, you'll traverse through 2 billion years of geologic history. It's 6 strenuous miles to reach the Colorado River, so start early and bring plenty of water. Stop at the 1.5 mile rest house for epic panoramas of the canyon's multicolored rock layers. For a rim hike with less elevation change, but still amazing canyon views, check out the 13-mile rim trail. Condors, bighorn sheep, and collared lizards are some of the wildlife you might encounter on a Grand Canyon hike. Number 4. Rocky Mountain National Park, Colorado. From high alpine meadows filled with colorful wildflowers to hundreds of crystal clear mountain lakes, Rocky Mountain National Park is a hiking paradise. Climb Forest Canyon Pass for a loop with amazing aspen groves and mountain vistas. Summit Hallett Peak for breathtaking 360-degree views of the park from 12,720 feet in elevation. Some favorite lake hikes are Emerald Lake and Sky Pond, reflecting their pristine blue-green waters against dramatic rocky backdrops. You'll want to have your camera ready for these postcard-perfect scenes. Make it an overnight backpacking trip to Mills Lake, and you'll be rewarded with a sunrise reflecting off the Continental Divide. Listen for elk bugling and keep an eye out for bighorn sheep grazing near the trails. Number 5. Glacier National Park, Montana. With its rugged mountain peaks, peaceful cedar forests, and remnants of massive glaciers, Glacier National Park is home to incredible hiking. A challenging but rewarding trail is the 10-mile round-trip hike to Grinnell Glacier Overlook. You'll be rewarded with jaw-dropping views of one of the park's most beautiful glaciers. For a hike along Going to the Sun Road with maximum scenery, check out the 7.6-mile Highline Trail. Walk above breathtaking glacial valleys and waterfalls carved over thousands of years. Look for mountain goats and bighorn sheep. Challenge yourself to hike the steep 7-mile one-way trail to Grinnell Lake, surrounded by stunning glaciers. Glacier is grizzly bear habitat, so be bear aware and make noise while hiking. Number 6. Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. The centerpiece of Grand Teton National Park is the Teton Range, an awe-inspiring 40-mile line of jagged granite peaks. You'll get great views of these iconic mountains from trails like Inspiration Point and Cascade Canyon. Jenny Lake is an idyllic starting point for many scenic hikes. Try the 7.2-mile loop around the lake, stopping at Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point for stunning reflections of the Tetons on the crystalline water. For a longer adventure, follow Cascade Canyon for 14 miles round trip to Lake Solitude and non-stop views. Tack on Paintbrush Canyon to make the 10-mile loop with non-stop views. For a hike into the peaks, try the 9-mile round trip to Surprise Lake. While still a steady uphill climb, the trail takes you above the tree line with great views of the surrounding Teton pinnacles reflected in the alpine lake. Don't forget your binoculars. These mountains are home to over 60 mammal species, including moose. Number 7. Mount Rainier National Park, Washington. Majestic Mount Rainier dominates the skyline from most trails at 14,410 feet tall. For a challenging 12-mile loop with amazing alpine scenery, hike the Northern Loop Trail past Summerland and Panhandle Gap. Take in epic views of Mount Rainier's snowy slopes on the 5-mile Skyline Trail through colorful wildflower meadows. Start at iconic Paradise, which has a network of trails perfect for soaking in vistas of the massive glaciated mountain. Stop for lunch at the historic Paradise Inn. Listen for the distinct hoots of the pygmy owl in Mount Rainier's old-growth forests. Number 8. Big Bend National Park, Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas, Big Bend National Park sits along a giant U-shaped bend in the Rio Grande. Hike into Santa Elena Canyon and stand beneath its sheer 1,500-foot rock walls rising straight out of the river. Conquer the 8.5-mile round trip to the South Rim with 1,500 feet of elevation gain for jaw-dropping 1,800-foot vistas into Santa Elena Canyon. It's remote yet extremely rewarding hiking through this desert oasis. Day hike the 5.5-mile Window Trail to see the park from the North Rim perspective. Keep an eye out for javelina, jackrabbits, and numerous varieties of snakes. Number 9. Crater Lake National Park, Oregon. Formed in the collapsed caldera of Mount Mazama volcano 7,700 years ago, Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States at 1,949 feet deep. Take in sweeping views of this gorgeous deep blue wonder on scenic hikes like Garfield Peak and Cleetwood Cove Trail. The steep 2.2-mile Cleetwood Cove Trail winds down the cliffs to reach the lake's pristine shoreline, the only trail that accesses the edge. Enjoy a refreshing swim on a warm day. Embark on a backpacking adventure around the 33-mile Rim Trail for the ultimate Crater Lake experience. You might spot American black bears fishing in the lake's tributaries. Number 10. Arches National Park, Utah. Arches National Park contains the world's greatest concentration of natural sandstone arches, with over 2,000 arches within park boundaries. No visit is complete without seeing iconic Delicate Arch, a 3-mile round-trip hike to one of Utah's most famous landmarks perched precariously atop a cliff. Weave through soaring rock fins and formations on the Devil's Garden Loop, home to 8 named arches like the mind-boggling Landscape Arch. It's some of the most surreal geology you'll ever encounter. Make time for the short hike through the alien-looking landscape of Park Avenue. Arch's high desert climate means spotting lizards and birds is common. The American West is filled with diverse, beautiful landscapes perfect for hiking adventures. We hope this video has inspired you to lace up your boots and experience these national parks wonders yourself. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and explore. If you enjoyed watching this video, please show this channel some love by liking or subscribing, and stay tuned for more videos like this one.